Let's take a look at the next progression of our butterfly fish kick series. So this is a great drill for being able to really kind of connect and feel the butterfly kick when it is being performed a little bit on its side here. Now, one of the most important things before we'll go into the key items for this is to remember and recognize the ability level of your athletes. This drill is mainly performed under the water here, so your athletes will spend some time under there. If your athletes are not ready to be able to do this drill or cannot hold their breath for a prolonged period of time, probably would recommend that you would skip this one and move on to a different one of our drills, or you're going to have to allow your athletes to make sure that they are able to take a breath. So just we're not being put into a compromised position. Now, here we're going to be wearing fins and we're just going to be kind of kicking here on our side. So the right shoulder here is going to be up. And then what we want to be able to do is really look here at the legs and the kick. What we kind of want to see here is just this big swaying back and forth of our kick, just kind of like how a fish kicks. So what we don't want is the legs to just kind of stay steady and long. You'll be able to really kind of kick fast, but not really going to be able to go really powerfully through the water. So you want to be able to have what we would look for is just this kind of natural knee bend that occurs. So when we do that, what would be too much? Too much would be kind of something like this, where the knee would be approaching that 90-degree mark right here, and we would just kind of have this back and forth movement of the legs right here as we're traveling through the water. The same would hold true here if we were kind of drawing the knees inward into the body when we're kicking. So we just kind of want to find just that natural spot where the knees are able to bend. Here the legs would be behind us, and if we check it out, we've got this good bend in the knee. And then what we really want to emphasize with our athletes is, when we did this with our flutter kick, is that we want them to kind of imagine that there's a ball here being kicked, so that the feet will end up in front or under the body here if they're on their stomach when they're performing this kick. And we're doing a good job of that there. So here, this is a much more active kick. We do definitely think our athlete here can kick a little bit more in front of us when we're moving through the water. Arms here stay at the side, and we just kind of move through the water here as we're traveling through. I want you to also remember that there is this inverse relationship between the shoulders and chest area and the feet. Here we would consider these items up. Hips are then down. And then when we travel through, here the chest and the feet are down, and then the hips area are up. So we know we're doing a good job of that if we're just seeing just that motion constantly move here through the water. On our underwater view here, we're going to just kind of take a look, and just here again, feet are nice and pointed. Feet are way in front of the body. And then we kick up, and then we snap back down right there. Now here our athlete turns a little bit, so just want to make sure that the more on our side we are, just the overall better this will be for our drill. On the return view here, we're just, again, kind of watching and seeing, looking for those same things. So here, much more, again, more active version than the slight. Feet here behind us, snapping then in front. Great job right there. Again, athletes just turned a little bit. We would want to make sure that we're just keeping that shoulder up as we return. And here's an underwater view of that. So just, again, the feet are coming up in front, and then snapping back here behind us. Just again, that great relationship that is shown here with that kick. So this is a really nice kick, just again to feel the water in a little bit of a different position as we travel through, and hopefully help our athletes get a different feel for the water. Overall here, if you found some great value out of this, be sure be sure to give a like and consider subscribing. We've got a lot of videos here on our channel with just a drill version and also some breakdowns like this.